So here we are with another bonus video for Patreon, where I wanted to expand again on how you might write your own Solitaire game using the C programming language. So in the other bonus video, I talked about how you might do a super optimized version to try and get rid of that second integer element if you've got that array of 52 cards. It's not really going to save you a lot of memory, so I wouldn't really worry about that. So let's actually look at expanding the Solitaire game. And let's look at how we display those cards. So if we jump back to our program here remember reminding ourselves, if we run the Solitaire program, Sol, it's going to display the cards before shuffling, which they're all in order, and then it shuffles the cards and it displays them after shuffling. And so now we get this randomized deck. Well, this is great and all, except the values of the cards are going from 0 to 12, because that really represents ace through king. But 0 through 12, I want to actually show those as the letters that we would get on a card. Let's actually update this program to display those letter values. So let's go ahead and edit our program using again the Fed editor, sol.c. I use Fed just because it colorizes my source code. I think it makes it a little bit easier to read. Let's go back down here to my main program, and I'm going to add another variable in here. And so I'm going to create a variable that is, we'll call it card value, and we're going to make this an array. So it's a string, and it's going to be each of the letters that would represent the values on a card. And so I know that's going to be going from 0 to 12. Basically, I've got 13 different values in there, plus a null at the end, because this is a character string. So I could put I could actually put a number in there to tell the compiler it's going to be 14 characters long. But if I initialize my string variable, it's going to automatically insert that null character at the end. So I don't actually have to worry about that. I can just put in empty square brackets. And so how do cards go? They go ace instead of 1. And then I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I've got 10, which I'm going to represent as a single character here as X. And then I've got Jack, Queen, and King. And so those are all the different card values that we would have displayed on a deck of cards. And so how am I going to use that? Well, down here where I actually print out something. So remember in this this block of text, I was putting into a temporary string the value of the card plus the suit of the card. Well, I actually can just put out the value as a single character. And rather than this code directly right here, we're actually put in the actual value from 0 to 12. Let's actually reference back to that card value. And it's going to be at this position, 0 to 12, right? That's the clever way that you might do it. And so before I update the bottom one, let's go ahead and just save this program real quick. And go ahead and compile sol.c. Now I've only done it for the first instance where we're actually displaying the cards, and so it's only going to show the correct value of each card before shuffling. So let's go ahead and run sol, and so you can see that now we're getting ace through king for each of the different suits. Now again, it's not showing it that way after shuffling because I didn't edit that code. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Fed sol.c. And so I'm not actually having to do anything, weird or tricky like storing a specific character. I'm just still storing a value, a number. I'm just changing how it gets referenced. And so then down here, I'm just going to go ahead and make that same change. So then down here, it's going to be a single character. And then here, it's going to be card value. And then the index is going to be this number that's 0 to 12. And so now that should be what I want it to do. So we'll do a file, save and quit. We're going to go ahead and compile sol.c. Not seeing any errors or warnings, so I can go ahead and run. And you can see that now after shuffling, I'm getting the same thing as well. So being able to store a number, but then how you display it just really matters in terms of how you're pulling from a string that actually has the values that you want to be able to print out. So this allows you to have your cards that are always going to have just 2 characters on them to represent the value and then the suit. And so I just wanted to show one other way that you might build on the Solitaire game. And so I'll leave it right there, and I will see you online.